Save the browser. Is it not working or what? It just shouldn't see. Alright, did it work? End stream, stream time. This should be working, but I don't see it on my thing. That's weird. Hold on. Why isn't the stream showing up? Let's check the Twitch. Alright. Oh, okay, it works on the Twitch. Just not on the on Facebook. That's hella weird. On the Twitch. Just not on the API connection has expired. Oh, that's why. Okay, I thought it's reconnected. API connection has expired. Oh, that's why. Okay, I thought it's reconnected. API connection has expired. Oh, okay. Okay. Continuous killing shot. Sorry, I'm doing this other thing right here. Okay. Okay. Continuous killing shot. Okay. Sorry, I'm doing this other thing right here. Okay. Has it been that long since I streamed again? Has it been that long since I streamed again? Alright, well, I guess we'll just figure it out as we go. I wish it was... we'll turn on the pretzel though. So we'll do that. Voice meter. Gotta turn on voice meter. Alright, cool. I think it's all working now, I think. Restream. Actually, let me stop the stream real quick because I think it's not working on Facebook. So let me end it and start it again. So just give me. All right, and we're back. Okay, so all right, cool. What was I doing? I was sculpting. That's what I was doing. So sculpt with Dino Topo. So let's see if that works. It looks like we are now finally online. Cool. Alright, oh, turn off symmetry. We don't want that. I guess we can use good old snake hook. But actually, let's make that like super big. So I can just make that. Actually, let's draw it like that. There you go. Cool. Huh. Looks like a hand or something. It's kind of big, but we can inflate that later. You know, let me inflate it now. Let's do that now. Where's inflate? Make this brush a little bit smaller. Just to give it a little bit more form. And then we'll see if we can put a kind of cool texture on it, I guess. So let's just move the stake up. This needs to come out just a little bit. Actually, you know what? I'll do draw. Let's do that. What's draw sharp do? Oh, okay. I like that too. I like the sharpness of it. But definitely gotta smooth some stuff. Alright, so now it's smoothing. This whole side needs some love, so let's kind of do that. Make it a little bit more organic. And maybe we'll just draw some of that stuff outward. Whoops. So probably gotta make that like super huge then, make the brush big. There you go. So that will kind of move some of these things out. And then what we can do later is then, I guess, probably inflate, I think is a good one. And then, probably not that big though. Just so we have all that going. I want to make it a little bit more chunkier. And then we'll think about putting a shape on there or a texture. So there we go. Okay, so that's kind of cool. How do we want to do this? Now that I made other shapes. Whoops. I gotta get out of the sculpt mode for starters, and let's go into object mode and let's put in a plane. Because we can use that later. So that's kind of cool. Maybe we'll like duplicate that. Make it a little bit smaller. So it might kind of create some kind of like interesting shapes and stuff. So yeah, that's kind of cool. And we can put this further back, I guess. I'll just rotate it. Wow, there's something in my throat and it's like not getting better. Okay, let me go get a cough drop real quick, man. It's like the weather, man. It's like getting to me. Alright, that's cool. Alright, be right back. I'm gonna get a cough drop real quick. And then I'll probably make one more actually of these. So I'll make the cube first. And then I'll sculpt that out in a second. And then we'll see what we can make. So, BRB, give me like 3 seconds or 10 seconds. Like what headband? That's Caruso. He's the best, baby. He's the best. Okay. We are back. Let's do this. So same thing. Sculpt with the snake hook. Oh, you can't do that. But we can do that. All right. Oh, it's ugly. So ugly. Well, we can smooth. That's what we're gonna do. Okay, that's cool. We'll probably smooth that out a lot, actually. Get in there. And then we'll definitely put some, draw in some clay and some stuff here. And that'll be kind of cool. Alright, that's cool. This is the eye of edit mode. And we can definitely place those and make them all kinds of crazy shapes and stuff. So yeah, when in doubt, I'll just look out from the top. Look at that. You got a nice little kind of cool composition. What's next? So we probably gotta go into bridge or mixer. Let's go into mixer actually. Mixer's probably download now. Oh, we already got that. I don't want to use like a standard default thing, you know? So I think I'd rather just make my texture, yeah? So, let's create a new project. Sample rock. Actually, no. Let's just do a new mix. Sorry. I'm still. Practice rock. We'll make it 4096. Cool. So here's my local library of textures that I have. So let's use this one for starters. And so I'm gonna do a tutorial probably on this at some point in time because it's kind of cool if you're into this stuff or not. But this is what makes like Megascans really good, is a Quixel mixer. And I got into it almost a few years back because my friend Galen Davis works for them. So I use it a lot, and I never really talked about it that much. But it's really intuitive. Sorry, I keep coughing. It's ridiculous. Okay, let's find a texture, and let's bring it in there. Like some kind of sand or something. So I like this this one here. It's kind of cool. Dang it, I gotta do my Quixel mixer thing. Hold on. Okay, cool. So Quarry Rock might be kind of cool. We're gonna download that, and then ooh, Thai Beach Sand. Why not? Let's download that. And then what we're gonna do is, in our local library, we're gonna add to that and see what we get. So let's do it. Let's drink some water here. Man, this throat thing is killing me right now, dude. Should probably point it away a little bit. So what we have here is it's kind of like putting rock on top of it. It's putting that texture on top of it. And that's kind of cool because it kind of mixes it in there and you can kind of play with the threshold and stuff. So I want it from above actually. So we can mix some of that in there. So it's kind of like a cool custom texture. And then what I want to do is I'm going to take another one. And into Thai Beach Sand. That's what we did, right? Boom. We'll throw it on top. Now we're talking. So now we got some like Thai Beach Sand. I mean, that's pretty cool. You can see how it tiles just by turning on the tiling right there. And so it makes like a tileable texture that you can just throw on there. That's pretty cool. And what's cool is the performance. You can actually have it looked at like the resolution of the display. So right now, I think it's like pretty low, but you can turn it on whenever you want. So it's actually really cool too. So it saves out all the stuff that you need. The display. I think there's a way to do it. You can make it like a super high resolution or super low, like whenever you want. So if I want to, I can like make, I can kind of paint like height maps, that kind of stuff in there. If I want to add water, add noise. So like adding noise is kind of cool because it kind of creates like these like little little bumps in there and stuff. So that's pretty like interesting because you can do like a lot of stuff in there. And you can add liquid, you can add solid, a decal surface. So like in theory, if you wanted to, you could make your own custom texture if you wanted to like add like some kind of decal or something. Like let's say you wanted to add like a like a path, right? Like a fresco path. You could now do that. So if I download this fresco path, I could then put it and then just kind of like stamp it wherever I want. And so that becomes like pretty cool as well. So I'll actually get rid of this the noise layer here. And I'll go back to the Tyvish though. And I'll put that back on there. The local library, cool. So I can put this guy on here too. See that? So then now we can actually kind of like tile it if we want to. And there's all kinds of stuff you can do with it. So like, I think normally we'd want to add like yeah, actually we could do the decal differently actually. And we can put how many times we want things to repeat, all that kind of stuff. We can rotate it. We can scale it. So maybe I want it to be like that. And then after that, all I have to do is then just paint a mask, you know? So I get like a little brush and then, oh, whoops, I did the wrong one. I had a paint mask layer. There we go. And then I can actually paint out a little bit of detail and stuff like that if I wanted to do that. But normally though, I feel like we would just add a noise layer, and I forget like how you do it, but there's ways around it where you can actually do some really cool stuff with it. Where it's like really, really intuitive to like add stuff. And what's going on, Long Arm? So yeah, really, really, really useful tool actually. And it kind of acts like just like Photoshop in terms of how you paint stuff. Now I don't know why though it's sampling from every single area, because I don't want it to, but I guess because it's making it tileable, that's probably why. I'll have to look into that. But anyways, or actually no, that's why, because it's tiling. I forgot. So that's why it's tiling. There you go. So if I want to tile it like one time, right? If I paint from one side, it will then paint the other side out because it has to tile correctly. So if I wanted to then push this in and maybe make it seem like it's like a brick layer or something, then you can do that, and you can actually link layers and stuff like that. So you can actually make your own custom texture. But this looks kind of ugly, so I personally don't want it. I don't know what I just did actually. How did I get professional mode? Oh, there we go. So cool. So I'll throw that out, but like I like where this is going, so we'll just, that's actually pretty cool too. Actually, happy accident. No, actually no. Take that back. So we can do that, and then with this stuff too, I can change the color of the albedo too. So like I can make it like super red if I want to, and stuff like that is like really powerful. So once I do that, we'll just export it and call it a day. So you save the gloss, roughness, all that stuff that you would normally do. I guess I'll export like everything. You never know when you might need it. So we'll export it, and then it should save it to my Quixel bridge. So then after that, I can technically go in here into Mixer, I believe. required downloaded. Or maybe I have to save it. I don't know. Let's see. Quick export to library. Oh, there you go. So I didn't do it the right way, I don't think. So export it. I gotta select the category, so I'll call it ground. So it's exporting those like 12 maps. Cool. Wait for it. Come on. There we go. So now online, it should be there. So there it is. It's Practice Rock. So because I have like the live link thing set up, I could take this, I can export it, and it will export to Blender automatically. So if I click on this and I search for it, it should be here somewhere. I just gotta find it. Actually, you know what? I don't think I had this turned on yet. So I have to go to import, Megascans plugin. I gotta do it again. Try it one more time. Export. There we go. So if I search for it now, it should be in here somewhere. There it is. Practice Rock. Some long ass name that I don't like. So now if I put it on material. Oh, so I have to give it like mapping qualities probably. So that means I have to go make a texture coordinate and mapping. So we'll just plug that in, and that should possibly solve that problem. There we go. There it is. I'm gonna put everything on box because if it's flat, it's kind of treating it like a flat plane. Putting it on box will be a little bit easier. And look at that. That's actually not like half bad in terms of like a cool texture. So like, that's actually pretty cool. So I mean, you could do it across the board. I mean, it's kind of totally up to us, like how we want to go about it. We'll do like a little object thing. This is what Florent does. Is he has a little cube. Make it really, really small. And then if we hit this little button right here, it just connects it. So if you want to scale it or whatever, it should scale with it. Let me try that one more time. Why didn't that work? Huh. I guess maybe not. That's weird. Oh, sorry. It's not an object. I'm an idiot. That's why. So if I make it bigger, it will, you know, kind of scale to it. But I probably need to make the cube smaller by default the first time. So I'll turn that off. And then I mean, we could just go generated though too, if I don't want to do that. Like I could just do it like normal, like that. But I wouldn't mind doing object, just because you can control the scale a little bit more. So we can make that like nice and big. But for some reason, it should go bigger, and it doesn't. So something's kind of off on that actually. I'm not really sure what. So. You know what? We'll just leave it. We'll just leave it normal for now. I'll just do generated because there's kind of no need to do that. But normally it'd be nice to kind of actually have that. So, anyways, I'll just put them all on there, and we'll just kind of do that and see what happens. You said what software this is? Blender, and I was using Mixer. So it's by Quixel. I was using Quixel, Mixer, and Blender. So I gotta figure out probably, maybe I can ask Florent about this later, why it's not scaling up properly. There has to be some kind of thing of why that's not working. I imagine I hit a button somewhere, and that's probably what it is. Alright, that's kind of cool. So then I think what I want to do is I want to make one more texture, but I'm just going to use the rock and the sand, not the red stuff. So I think that would be kind of cool. To kind of do, and then maybe we can paint over it and throw some lighting in there and like kind of call it a day, you know. And so like normally I'd probably would do it in like 3D coat, but then I'm trying to get in the habit of like, can I do it in one program, like most stuff in one program, and if I can, then like, you know, I'll call it a day. So normally I'll use the physical sun and sky atmosphere thing. Hey, turn on. Oh. Oh, there we go. Dude, I almost messed it up. You know, I should probably save. Because I almost killed my computer just now. Right then and there. I saw it. Save. Save blend. Okay, and let's turn the elevation up a little bit. There you go. So that's cool. Definitely some atmosphere density could be used here. Ooh. Intensity. That would be nice. Ground albedo. In scattering. Maybe like a warmer color. Yeah, there you go. So, like that's kind of cool. Alright, let's add the last one in here, and then we'll make a new mix, and then we'll see what we can do for the ground. So this is where Mixer, you're kind of getting the, getting your money's worth with it, you know what I'm saying? So like, what can I do for the ground? So I gotta figure that out. Michael said Control T for mapping node setup. Control T for mapping node setup? What does that mean? Control T. No free inputs. I will ask you what that means later because I have no idea what you mean by that. Control T for mapping node setup. Huh. I'm hitting Control T, nothing's happening. Oh. Huh. Hey, what the fuck just happened? What just happened now? I clicked on it to get rid of this. Control T. Oh, it just does it. Oh, okay. So this, I don't have to then search for it, is what you're saying, I think. Huh. Alright, that's cool. If you can, help me figure out why the auto doesn't work. Auto's not scaling the way I want it to, which is annoying. Okay. Let's go back into Mixer now. And let's make a new, we already did that one. Let's make a new mix. Well, actually, I could just use the mix that I'm using right now. I just don't want that in there. And then, well, the thing is, if I do that now, then I gotta switch to cycles, and I kind of don't want to. So maybe I can just import a 3D model from there and see how that goes. Well, actually, you know what? Let's figure it out. Cause let me rotate this. How do I rotate it? There we go. Yeah, dude, Mixer's the shit. I love this program. So good. All right, you know what? We'll export this. So export to library. Practice rock. I'll call it the ground. Practice rock ground and we'll export that all out. And we'll take some time. And 10, 11, 12. Give it to me. Give it to me. Boom. So in my local library, I'll turn that off. Usually I'll exit out because I don't want to actually have that be an issue. So look at, we got practice rock ground. There's a couple of ones I made like some oh no, I bought some height map brushes that I could use to paint in more stuff to get a little more uniqueness to it, but it is what it is. So we'll take this one, we'll export it, and it should export to Blender properly. Bam, done. And then if I click on this guy, let's look for that same thing, practice rock. Shit, which one is it? This one? Nope, that's not the one. Cool. Only I want to rotate that, so let's click R, Z, and there we go. Now it's nicer, and let's do that. And the cool thing about this too is that, again, it's all tileable, so if I go in like this direction, that shit lines up. You don't have to worry about it, right? It's literally like infinite texture, which is kind of cool. So in theory, I could just kind of like do this and just paint over it, but I'm not going to. But what I need to do though is click on the plane part of it. What the hell? There you go. I'm gonna click on the face. I'm just gonna subdivide it a couple times. You could use subdivision modifier. I just don't do it. So cool. I forgot the displacement map because I'm an idiot. Let's see here. So normal doesn't put it in there because it's kind of dumb. But I can open the folder though, and I can grab the displacement map right there and just drag it in. So there you go, problem solved. So don't have to worry about it. And then just make a displacement node, and we'll zoom in there so you can see it. We're just gonna connect that to that, and then connect that to the height. We're not gonna see it yet because we're not in cycles. I don't know the way to do it with Eevee because it doesn't always. It always looks hella jank. I've actually asked about this in Quixel Mixer. I never got like a straight answer. Actually, it kind of annoys me. So we have to go to cycles now. And so now everything is like super rendered and it's like super high res, and I don't necessarily need that. But anyways, we'll go to here and then go to settings and then displacement. We'll just go to displacement and bump, I guess. And so if I did that right, which it looks like I did, there's now a little bit of height difference in there. And that's what I'm talking about. Boom. But the problem is that the reason why I don't like using cycles is because if I go normal, it's all flat. And so then if I just got in a regular mesh in Eevee, you can always see what it's going to look like. But I'm going to make this like 1. Just so it kind of really kind of sits in there and stuff. And just like that, actually, I need to see where some of those stones are sitting. So right there is an issue because we have stones that are like kind of floating in the space, and that can kind of be annoying to see. So the best way I can kind of handle that situation is just to make another viewport. And so then what I'll do is make another viewport, make it oops, make it a 3D view, but then this one's not going to be like rendered, so I can find out like what's floating, you know. So I'll zoom in here and I'll kind of look. I'll kind of get on the ground level here, and so you see all that stuff is kind of floating, so I have to take each piece and just move it down. Oops. No, not you. God damn it. Get low. Okay. You. I want you to get low. I mean, you can't even see that though. It's like behind it. No, you can. Alright, nice. So now I can kind of mess with that, and like that's kind of cool. Let me zoom out here a little bit. Yeah. So I'm gonna go back to material though, just so we can kind of like possibly find like a nice camera angle here. And I can go back to render, right? If I absolutely need to. So yeah, it's not too bad. So of course I would then mess with some other stuff in here. Alright, radial intensity. There's all kinds of stuff you can kind of touch in here. I mean, I don't touch too much of this stuff because it's like it's really heavy on the computer. But this actually would be a really good start. Actually, you can get a lot of stuff done here. In terms of the texture, like it's already kind of figured out for you. So I for one like it. So it's not bad. Now figure out the rotation here. And so I might do this in the material. Oh no, you know what? Let's do this in Eevee actually, so it's like less crazy. So let's go to rendered. And of course they don't show it in Eevee because it's stupid. Ooh, I like it when it creates like a shadow. Elevation. Ooh, a little nighttime action. That could be cool. Height. So I'm just kind of moving stuff around here. And then normally I go back into cycles and just see. So question was long arm. So what do you do when you're not streaming? Teach freelance? Yeah. I mean I work at a studio and I just stream because it kind of forces me to like, you know, practice this stuff in my spare time. So that's why I stream. It's a way to kind of connect with people that have been following me for a good amount of time, and I hope that by me streaming, you might possibly learn something or be kind of curious about something. So that's kind of the reason why I do it. So yeah, let's input a camera in here actually, because I think if I hit render, it won't be render image. Is it gonna be? Oh, it is. Oh, it is? Hold on a second. I don't think this is the right thing. Come on. Sorry, my computer is like hella slow. So that wasn't what I was seeing, was it? Oh no, it is. No, it's not. All right, we'll cancel that. Sorry. So we got to put a camera in here, and let's just do that now. Insert. Actually, camera and view. Actually, let's just do it this way. So view, viewpoint camera. Though that's cool too. We just want to rotate you down here. Nice. So some kind of cool alien. I like that it has that lighting in the background. Like that's pretty cool. Though I wish we could get a little bit more. I wonder if I hit tab. Would it smooth it out? Or is it gonna crash it? Oh god. I think I just crashed the computer. Oh no. Nice. It didn't do that. Well actually, you know what? I kinda don't want that. So I put the smooth modifier kind of thing on. I hit tab so it just smooths it out. But I kinda like it kind of angular, so then I can see the planes a little better and I can always paint over it. But what I do need to do though is I do need to mess with the camera, and then I probably need to kind of, you know, change the length here. So by changing the focal length, it kind of makes it more zoomed out a little bit. So it creates a little more kind of like an epicness to it. And then I don't want to focus object or anything like that. I mean, I could do the f-stop stuff, but I don't think so. I don't think we need depth of field, to be honest, because I'd rather have control of that in Photoshop. But that seems to be good. Okay, so let's hit render, and let's see what it gives us. in the meantime, oh yeah, it's juicy. Let's see. Alright, it's not looking half bad for like a half hour's worth of work, so I'd definitely call that a success. So I'd have to definitely like make that stuff look a little bit nicer, because it's like I'd probably have to figure out the displacement a little bit better, because right now I don't think these ones don't have displacement on there. On the actual texture, so I could technically fix that to kind of get more of a realistic look, but we will save this out though and maybe like paint over it or something, but it's not like too bad. So yeah, I have to figure out the displacement stuff, which I always kind of have trouble doing. I'm texting my friend, my homie I play soccer with, is getting married in Puerto Rico. I'm about to board a flight. Okay, let's see here. Let's save image as in Puerto Rico, the Tropicaleo. Test. And save image as. So, cool. I'll take it, you know? I'll take that. Not a bad painting. But for real though, I really need to kind of get the displacement. So that means I have to go to bridge, click on this guy, open the folder, and let's see, displacement, where is it? Boom. So I wonder, and I wonder if you know what it does. I don't know what it does. Yeah, it didn't really do anything. Again, I don't know what I'm doing, so because placement EXR, I mean it's in there. Object height. I mean, could you do it for the normal? Well, normal they figured out. So, it's a box. Oh, all right. Well, tried. I'll have to ask about that later. I don't know how you would actually get more of a displacement in there, because it's not UV'd. That's the problem. I really wonder how you solve that issue, because this is just the displacement's there and it clearly works. Here, not so much. So I'm like, is it a setting thing? Displacement. I mean, the settings are already there. Oh no. Does it go by texture? Holy shit. That is not a good idea. What the fuck did I just do? That's kind of cool, actually. What did I just do? Did I just Thanos my rock? Holy shit. Alright, 0.5. Alright, well, it's less Thanos. That was weird. What the hell? Let me zoom in on this. Yeah, that's weird. So, let me take a look here. So, is it because...
Is it because it's where the verts are and stuff? Who knows? Huh. So it looks like it's displacing, like, it's making these cuts where the actual, like, triangulation of the object is. Which, that is kind of crazy. So, I wonder how you fix that. I will definitely have to look into that, because it's cool, but also that's not good in theory. And it does that. So maybe put it on flat. That doesn't change anything. Okay, so box height, maybe normal. I don't think that would solve the issue. Material. Huh. Well, it's probably at my wit's ends here, dude. I really don't know. And how I would know is world space. Only way I can find out is probably by asking someone that's way smarter than me. So I'll do it another time. But in the meantime, I could technically open up Photoshop and we'll just exit out of this. Let's see if this like works. Let's go to Photoshop. Come on now. Get up. Open up quicker. No, we don't need to save that. Okay. We'll test. Cool. Yeah. You could definitely like noisy the hell out of this thing. Like I imagine myself, I would just literally just add noise and call it done. That's not noise. This is noise. Yeah, that could be kind of cool, I guess. That's kind of like a quick little like test to kind of figure out how something could possibly look. I mean, all I have to do is kind of just put that noise back in there. No, there you go, turn that off. Cool. Which I would handle like actually in Blender, so then I just have a little bit more kind of control over it, and then I could probably like blur some things out, dude. Be like, you know what? I don't want that. I can blur that shit out. Ain't nothing a little blur can't do. Yeah, so I would definitely kind of just blur some of these edges out, and by doing that it would make it a little bit easier to kind of render. It's actually kind of cool though. I dig it. Yeah, I would definitely have to paint over a lot of stuff though. So I think in my spare time, I'm gonna look into like how I can do this quicker and be a little bit more efficient with the textures. And for that, I will definitely have to ask someone way smarter than me to find out where I can improve, or because I imagine I probably don't have a certain setting on or something like that, and that's probably what's stopping me from utilizing it to its full potential. But like the idea is there though, and I like it. So yeah, very cool. Yeah, I think it definitely. I'm trying to figure out how to get it more in my workflow. You know what I mean? Like, just in general, there's some cool stuff to be had here. I just don't know how confident I am in it to like use it in like a work setting, but it's definitely up there. I just have to get a little bit better with the texturing part. The texture and the rendering part is definitely like the hard part. Alrighty, cool. Well, I think I may call this. Call it a little bit earlier. I spent time with my wife actually. Usually I go like an hour, but you know, this was kind of. I didn't do it the last Tuesday, so I felt kind of guilty, to be honest. I'm supposed to do it on Tuesdays, but I think each Tuesday I kind of had something going on that was unexpected, and that's why I didn't do it. I should draw like the Mandalorian. Doesn't Mandalorian have a cape? He's like a big helmet, doesn't he? And like armor. That Beskar, that's what it is, right? Beskar. Oh, look at that long ass gun. I was watching Mandalorian, that's why I'm like, I should just draw that. I have no idea what he looks like, what Mandalorian looks like, because I don't, top of my head, but I'm like, it's probably in this realm. Right on, dude. Alright, cool. Thank you guys for rolling through. I apologize for like coughing for the first freaking half hour of that damn thing, because I had a bad cough and I couldn't get rid of it, but now it's kind of like slowly going away. I apologize, but for those who have come out that haven't been out in a while, I appreciate it. And I will see you later. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, or you want to see something else we kind of worked on, then let me know. Hey, I have a little character. A little character concept guy. Nice. And I didn't have to work that hard for it. Alright. Okay, so I gotta go. I gotta hang out with the wife. Finish watching the Laker game. But I will find out more information about this stuff and I'll get back to you as I kind of learned how to use it more. So, appreciate it. Anyways, thank you, Mr. Long Arm, dude. Thank you for checking it out. I appreciate it. And yeah, I will see you guys when I see you. And I guess you can watch the video back forward and see how I kind of did it. So yeah. All right, guys. Take care and peace out. I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching.